realistic when someone flips out on stage, goes into a mental hospital, show up, talking to Trump. I mean, what is it with that dude anyway? Stuff is so mysterious, right? Not everything is what it seems, and then you have the order that actually confronts human trafficking. That piece is really interesting. You know, they say there's 2 of those guys. What if, do you remember Bicentennial Man? Flame on. What if that was some other kind of message? And from wearing this blonde wig, I've gotten so many different responses. You know? It's been real interesting when you look at the projection. And it just occurred to me that maybe there was some other message, just like what I was doing, could actually have been coming back at me. That it wasn't what people, ignorant people, would get stuck on, which is appearance, but using appearance to actually state a deeper message. Like flame on, like fire, like carrying a torch or light. You know, things can mean so many different things, right? Oh God, it's gonna rain! It's gonna rain! Oh my gosh! It's gonna rain on your head! I still want to get one more in. It's a good day. The atmosphere is very charged. Really weird energy. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if you can see, the crows jumped up in that tree real hard, and when they come out, it is going to be so freaking beautiful, like phenomenal. Come on, beloveds. You can go. It's worth the wait. I'm gonna wait for this. There's a lot of them up there. This is my camera thing. This is not a dance thing. This is that perfect image thing, that anticipation. This is what life is made of, you know, the waiting. I love that freaking feeling. You know it's gonna be good. I was thinking about Siren Buddha medicine. Yeah, the crows are like doing some different stuff. I love crows. There was this really huge crow that was at the college when I was up there. I'd never seen a crow so big. Or maybe it was a raven. It was a huge blackbird. I took a picture of it. And this weather is crazy. Oh my gosh. It's interdimensional. It's multi-dimensional. I mean, is it gonna rain or is the sun gonna come out? Is it gonna be cold or a little bit warm? Like, what's going on? You got all these different things going on, just like you can feel and see the sifting of the wheat and tares, the separations of the dimensions happening. It's happening. It's all around us. Nothing is one thing anymore. Yep. It's chilly, but yet when that sun comes out, it's bringing some heat if it lands on you. And if you're doing something with Kundalini, you're not gonna need a jacket. But at the same token, once you slow down and, you know, the reverberation hits you, your pores, you know, are open or whatever, and that wind, the cool wind. Sometimes it's a warm wind, sometimes it's a cool wind right now. Where the sun's coming out. They came in the tree when I was dancing, a whole bunch of them. I was like, wow. It felt so good. They brought a whole bunch of energy with them that was different too. It was so funny. You had the Marlboro man watching the car across the street at the time. When crows came in the tree, like mass amounts of it. And they play with you. Do they play with you? They follow you? Sometimes I think. I wish I could tell if it was the exact same crow. Or a group of crows. Good day, beloveds. I was thinking of the stories of the sirens. How the sirens were the mermaid. And it said that their voices were so beautiful and they would tempt and lure the sailors. Like that story that I was reading to my grandson. Sirens. The sea of broken lovers. So that's the downside, like all the other, like most of the other interpretations of women and our sexuality, our intimacy. See the man side, the bronze and the protector and the negotiator and the organizer and the initiator, that stuff is cool, right? It's supposed to have that. Although I am hearing a lot of men say that being an alpha male or being, you know, being male is being very scrutinized right now. People are confused about who we are and our sexuality. As I was thinking about the sirens, I was thinking about my, you know, one of the names that I use, Siren Buddha Medicine. For a long time we've been seeing this imbalance, right? And my first agenda was just to show different images, more positive images of us in general, of the basic conscious community, black community, and the female community. siren. Sound the alarm. But nobody is listening because it's pretty noisy with a lot of other stuff, right? So be the hope you want to see. You didn't see the images. You didn't see the presentation that you wanted to see, so you present it. A little chilly. So I presented it. Instead of talking about it, I started to show different images and do different stuff. Facebook is pretty good for that. People see stuff that they like. It's perfect indoctrination tool. And when you're educated on what they're doing, as far as indoctrination, social programming, I think they left a different way. No, they didn't. They might. They're floating to the trees over there. See? Moving. They're close by, but they're still, we'll see if they're gonna bless me again, because when they came in it was fabulous. I just didn't have it on camera. They don't particularly like it too much. It's harder to get crows on camera, I noticed, especially in groups like that. And there's other stuff there too. If you're a seer, you could see all kinds of different things. But we're not going to go into that. Siren. Usually has a negative depiction of women, right? But we wanted positive ones. That really ticked me off, especially with my birth date being what it is on Groundhog's Day. And they try to tell you that you're one thing, or this particular energy should be one thing, when it's entirely something different. In the same way, it's like the pole, that the energy is supposed to be depicted as positive and sacred and loving and righteous and all that stuff. Really had a lot of corruption to it. It was depicted one way and acted out something entirely different. Just like the siren. So it's all taking images of beautiful women and beautiful things and beautiful people, beautiful situations, and using it to darken our spirit, to lead us in directions that are really counterproductive. Yeah, watered down and to manipulate. Yep. They don't tell you about the Sibyls. Now we see Starbucks, and we drink our coffee, and we buy our books from Barnes and Nobles that has a Starbucks in it, and sit down and haven't the slightest clue that this energy is usurping an image. Yes, and it's causing them to self-destruct. Energy never dies, it only transforms. And there's a pole to everything. That's the alchemy of it. If there wasn't, why would you be using it? If it was so evil. You know? So we've got to watch the mirror. Siren. Regina. The mirror. Regina, backwards is niga. Niga is ignorant. Those things that we do in the shadow. I was born on Groundhog's Day. Our Creator is embedded. You can't run away from the Creator. You can't run away from the true God. You can't run away from yourself, all is self. So Regina means nigga. I was born on Groundhog's Day. I was born on the date that a Baphomet. They gave sirens a bad name. The Sibyls a bad name. They gave women a bad name, gave brown people a bad name. So I was looking for images of beautiful women from Kemet in Egypt with tan and dark brown skin, black like my copper pole, black like the end of this, just brown like me. I was looking for things that would embrace the essence that encumbered the thing, right? If you're selling toothpaste, you want to show teeth, because that's the essence that you're after, right? That stuff is for the teeth. So you're looking for images of these sacred images, and you're looking for the people. You would expect to see where they came from. You would have to see some of that, right? That's the truth of it. I didn't say you wouldn't find any images of any other culture, you know, any other, or there wouldn't be one type of image. That's the point. There wouldn't be one type of image. So, you know, anyway, sound the alarm. So the first thing I was doing was working on that, on image. So I started, that's when you saw, we started dropping a whole bunch of pictures and stuff. Not selfies with just your butt or your lips or whatever, you know, but I started to get more inventive with the creativity, and having studied sociology, you know, so pretty, psychology and anthropology. You know, Facebook is a good opportunity to be able to utilize the skills that you were taught and see if they actually freaking work, right? Most of the people you're talking to don't know what you're doing anyway, so. And if you're not doing anything for a negative reason to combat the same kind of crap you see people falling into every day, it was cool. So anyway, that was the image. That was the siren that changed the image of sexuality and being beautiful. And where does that beauty lead people? Into destruction? To strand sailors on a sea of death? No. No. What if you're already on the other side, right? The mirror of it all, the shadow, part that we don't see. Say you were already dead and you were at sea by the choices that you make and the person that you be. And that siren, that beauty, those things that you desire that would normally get you in trouble. Kind of like Jacob's ladder. Those would be, you know, it would be a choice, like the universal law thing. You know, balancing energies and stuff. You know, learning, trying to figure out how to make that work. So that's that, right? Siren, Buddha, the story of Buddha. Fascinating how he was in his world of his own with those royalty and stuff, and how the story of Buddha is like the emperor with no clothes on, you know? Everybody catering to something and having a lopsided perspective in a world that you grew up in. And then seeing that it's distorted. Any one of us could be that. That's like the Black Panther, right? The guy who couldn't adjust. Yeah, so Regina, queen, right? Queen, or niga, the mirror. The shadow self, or the self that's enlightened, self that's educated. The ignorant self, or the more enlightened self, is always a choice, right? The devil and the angel, 69. Groundhog's Day. Sitting on pole. Sitting on pole. Balance, my eye. The things that they left empty in our culture, I'm studying and I'm seeing the practicality. The first thing is practical application. Buddha or as Bodhisattva, you realize that their higher knowledge, right? Access to higher things means nothing if it doesn't reach people in a lower state. It's a lower state on a higher level. You have upgraded tools. It's still BS. It's ish. It's crap. There needs to be this tourist thing. There has to be a shareable wave. And when something is stagnant, it becomes... So we were in for the dance and for the ride, not for the trailer park. You don't park a trailer. You move your ride. If it was made for wheels, you run it. We're on a turret on a wheel. My name's Regina, and backwards it means niga. The story of niga, Naga. From Naga to niga. And from niga back to Naga again. Queen and king. The art of war. There's the Buddha, Bodhisattva, here to help. Changing the energy. There you go with the medicine. Serpent energy, media sign, come full circle. The embedding, giving honor to our Creator and what they placed in me, in us, all is self. I was born on Groundhog's Day, 1969 at 6:09. Can you imagine the freaking startling? Make your freaking heart stop. Start investigating stuff and then find out that one of the most evilest depictions of a character on the planet falls on your freaking birthday. And there's all this freaking confusion and all this nasty stuff going on. The shade. Shade, shade, shade. Thank goodness for the energy of Ganesh, right? Thank goodness for being able to look at other perspectives and other cultures and how they depict the morphing of an energy from one side of the pole to the other, right? Thank goodness for allowing our Creator to speak to us. It's medicine. It's medicine to our soul, to our spirit, to us as a collective. We decide on what's the truth and what isn't, and it's time for an upgrade, right? Oh, we're gonna have it. It's here. No stopping it. The wheels are turning. The turret is moving. And all stuff is dictated. We're just carrying out the message. So Siren Buddha medicine, that's what that is. And Regina's rabbit hole, there was a lot going on with this message and a lot of facets of it and a lot of places to grow into and to get used to owning and displaying and finding the balance of. And you can't step before the crowd. You can't float if there's no waves there for you. All is self. You don't know what the freak I'm talking about unless you're able to know what I'm talking about, and that takes putting pieces together. It's been a long journey. Everybody before me that put information there so that I could learn. It was a stairway to my heaven, to my insights, to me finding my way to the stars, right? So finding some synchronicity. Finding a way to channel all of that energy. And finding a way to listen and to display it according to the universal directive. Kind of like an ambassador kind of thing, right? You can only give the message to the person that is able to receive it. We can only give our love. We're supposed to only give our love to people that are supposed to receive it. So we're just all adjusting, growing, learning, and changing. And it's a ride. It's definitely a ride, but at least we're not stagnant. So it's Siren Buddha medicine. All is self. The snake that eats itself. Bodhisattva, right? Can't move on. Move on where? Where are you going if there's nothing there? So What I'm saying is, if what we have is meant to cultivate something, then we should get to it. Otherwise, there's nowhere to go, because we didn't create it. But thank goodness what was created, so that we could be where we are right now. In Regina's rabbit hole in my front yard. Much love to you and yours. I'm out.